Hello, my beautiful, beautiful Aries. Your first card came out as check in. When you think about whatever it is that you've been pondering, take a moment to check in with how you feel about it. Do you feel lighter or heavier, excited or filled with dread? Pay attention to your inner guidance, it's always helpful. So, your energy in here today, this afternoon, this morning, or whenever you come across this video, is checking in with yourself. Checking in with yourself. Some of you may need to slow down a little bit, okay? Life isn't a race, and it's nor is it a competition. You need to slow down. Doing so makes you doing so doesn't make you weak or less than. It makes you strong, wise, much better able to navigate life with clarity and ease. Not only you need to slow down, check in with yourself mentally, do a mental check on yourself, make sure you're good, make sure you're doing a lot of self-care, self-love on yourself, but also slow down in your car. Okay? Also slow down in your life because you are getting low on energy. That means that with this slow down here, Aries, along with this check in, if you don't slow down some, you're going to make yourself sick. If you don't slow down some, you're going to burn yourself out real fast. Okay. If you don't slow down, you're going to find yourself very empty. Okay. And like it says, life is not a race, nor is it competition. Okay. When you slow down, you can better navigate through your life. Okay. Slow and steady, you do know slow and steady do win the race, right? You do know that, right? So some of you need to check in, some of you need to get a checkup. Okay. Some of you need to check in with yourself. You need to get some rest. You need to slow down. You need to just slow down and gather your thoughts. And let me tell you something. You're not going to be any good for someone else if you're not good for yourself. You're not going to be good for your children, your husband, your wife, your family, your care, whoever you're taking care of, whatever you're doing. I don't know. Hello, everybody. How you doing, Aries? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. I love you guys. Please come on in. Take what resonates and reverse the role. How they fit in your life. If you know good for yourself, baby, I don't know who you are, but you're not going to be no good for nobody else. Life is short. Spirit guides want you to check in, get a checkup, slow down, get your mind right, okay? The most important thing is stay in the present moment. When you check in with yourself, when you take some time out for yourself, slow down, gather your thoughts together, realizing that life is too short and realizing that it's not worth that much speed because you got other things. You got beautiful people in your life, a lot of beautiful support, children, family, mama, daddy, a lot of good people. Okay. Whether you do or you don't, you need to slow down. But slow down so that you can gather your thoughts and be in the present now. Because if you're going too fast, you don't want to go too slow. You want to be at a pace of so that you can navigate through life, at ease. But at the same time, if you're going too fast, you can't be in the present moment because everything you going so fast, everything passing you by, you can't even see what's in front of you because you're going so fast. If you're going too slow, you in the past, therefore that you ain't even looking in the present moment to see anything that God got for you. So what this card is saying is say you're being asked to spend more time in the present moment, to stop ruminating about the past or longing to the future. Oh my God, I just said that. And stop longing for the future. Your life is happening right now, Aries. And when you're not present for it, you will miss all the beauty. Okay, the common denominator in your reading today, if you don't listen to nothing else I say, okay, a spirit guide's God is saying, it's time to slow down. Slow, gather your thoughts together. Spirit guides, God said you can't see any blessings because you driving too fast. You're not taking your time. You're not allowing yourself. You're not checking in with yourself. You're overworked, you're stressed out, and you're gonna cause yourself to be sick, dehydrated. And if you ain't good for you, you can't be good for that little baby. If you ain't good for you, you can't be good for that little baby, that your son, your daughter, your husband, your whoever, your mom, your dad. I don't know y'all's life. You can't be good for nobody else if you ain't good for yourself. Spirit guides, God wants you to see some beautiful things, but some of y'all driving so fast that you ain't even seeing the landscapes on the building. How you don't know what those landscapes, the landscapes on those buildings is going to represent for your life as you're just slow and steady, just, traveling and navigating through life. You can see, oh, it makes sense. You can have aha moments as you're traveling down that country road on that highway. But if you're going so fast, you don't know what tree, what building you pass. You don't know none of that. All you know, you're trying to get there. Some of you going too fast and going so fast that you're too far in the future and you doggone show way back there in the past. You need to be in the present moments for God to give you. The number one thing, you got to believe. You got to believe. You got to believe where you're headed, where you're going. You got to trust the process. It doesn't matter how fast you get there. It don't matter how slow. It's nothing about winning. Oh, how fast I got to get there real fast. A person that's slow and steady can still win the race. Okay, you got to take time out for yourself. You gotta refresh yourself. You got to go get your checkup. Some of you ain't had no checkup. It's almost at the end of the year. Some of you ain't went and got your teeth cleaned. Some of you ain't went and got okay, your body, get your blood work done. Okay, breast cancer awareness is coming up, and you ain't went and got your mammogram. Some of uh, you, yeah, I'm holding your hand while I'm saying it. But it says believe. You're being asked to fully believe in yourself and your dreams. It's time for you, that idea to live that's been living inside of your heart, to be brought out into the world. But you can't benefit from it if you're not in the present moment. You're moving too fast. Let's see what this is talking about. And I'm going to get out y'all way. Look at that. They go to 11:11 at the bottom of the deck, Aries. 11:11, 4 wands, conquering. Okay? Happiness, abundance. It showed up. Okay? But some of y'all could be robbing yourself. You need to slow down and watch who's around you as well. You know what? You need to watch who's around you. You need to watch with somebody's around you that's being very deceptive, hiding. Okay? Sometimes you could be moving so fast that you're missing something that is right in front of your face, that somebody is definitely deceiving you, lying, trying to steal from you, trying to cause some type of, I feel like you know who I'm talking about. This is somebody you walked away from. You know who I'm talking about, don't you, Aries? Yep, you do. This is someone that you're protecting yourself. You're very defensive. You say, oh, I ain't worried about it. This is somebody you walked away from. Justice, okay? Some of you could have been dealing with a Libra, could have been dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You definitely defending yourself. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? You ain't being no fool. This person caused you a lot of pain, okay? What I'm trying to tell you here is that sometimes we can go so fast and we moving so fast that we're missing that there's people around you that is still out to get you. Okay? Because you are in the energy of abundance. You're in the energy of the 4 wands, 11:11. Okay? Stay in the present moment. Stay in the present moment. Spirit is telling me there is someone that is a thief around you. There's someone that's being very sneaky around you. You need to pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to your surroundings. And I'm not trying to make you paranoid. Yeah, this is somebody you walked away from, somebody you cussed out, somebody you ain't got nothing to do. You're not dealing with them no more. This is somebody you gave a mouthful that lied to you. They're showing up in your energy. This is somebody that lied, cheated, still, deceived you. They're showing up in your energy. Okay. This could have been somebody that was very controlling. This could have also been somebody you was dating. Could have been a firefighter, Police officer, could have been a doctor, could have been someone in authority, a boss, could have been a boss that lied, okay? Could have been a boss you cussed, could have been somebody you cussed out. Aries, you showed up in your own reading. Whoever these people are, you let go of this negative energy, okay? Yeah, you cuss somebody out. Okay, you cuss somebody, you could have, okay, if you're a boss, if you in authority, if you over some, if you have your own employees, you could have fired several people. Okay, you could have fired three. You showed up in your own reading. If this is not nothing to do with that, this is someone that lied to you. Okay, someone that was in and out your life, someone that hot code in out player energy. You cussed them out. You say go get somebody else to do it. Okay, you're going towards your 11-11. I feel like ever since this has happened, ever since this happened, ever since you found out that this person, you gained a lot of wisdom, you learned a lot out about this person. It had you a little, you done healed from it, okay? You done healed from it, but you need to start picking your head up more. Because even though you got your head into your building your pinnacles, but your head is down, you need to watch your surroundings. I feel like you're not as observant is what spirit is telling me. That's how people end up getting over on you, maybe betraying you because you don't really pay attention. You just see people at the surface. You see people at the surface. You really don't look deep into what they're doing. You know, you really don't think about the motives. You just let the motives present itself. I feel like you're not, okay, spirit is telling me you're not observant enough. You need to be more observant because people comes in for motives to play in and out your energy, okay? And then you find yourself cussing somebody out or defending yourself, but this happens a lot. You need to be more vigilant, more observant about who is in your life. Okay? FYI. All right, be more vigilant because I see that you gives them a mouthful once you find out. But the thing is, if you grasp it before they start this energy, you can save yourself from all of that. Okay, you're not observant enough. I feel like when you become observant is when you really see the flags. You understand what I'm saying? When they really, it's like it has to stand out like a sore thumb, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I feel like you're very confident in yourself. You hold a lot of power. You hold a lot of power. You're a boss. You're a boss. You're a queen. You're okay. Queen boss energy. Empress in here. Yeah, people are selfish trying to take your money. Look at that, selfish trying to take the money that you building. Okay, you could have been with somebody that you thought you was with your divine counterpart, but you was with a divine karmic. This was someone that played maybe really manipulated you when it come down to y'all's money. Maybe y'all had an account together, y'all had something together, and this person was like taking crumbs off of the money and where that you couldn't see that they kept taking little bits of money out of the account. They wouldn't take a lot out that you would notice it. That's why I say you need to be more observant. And I feel like it's because you trust. You get people too much trust. You trust too easily is what spirit is telling me. And so you was with someone. It was your match, your masculine energy. But this person was deceiving. This person was shedding money out of y'all bank account. This person was selfish when it came down to the money. Okay, this was like you would give and it's like you would give, and then you look around and it's like, wait a minute, like we ain't I thought we had more than this, and it's like they was chisel off the money because you got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. You were dealing with somebody that was stealing from you. Okay, this masculine or feminine was stealing, but they were stealing easy with what you couldn't notice that they were taking out of y'all's account. Okay, and some of y'all are in distress. Some of you are just, this person, you could have just took so much money out of the bank account, because I feel like with this stability, y'all both have account together, right? And then you may have your own separate account as well. Well, this person was just pinching off of what y'all had in the account together, and so that caused a lot of they was in it hot, and they was in and out. See, that Knight of Wands with the Seven of Swords is in and out. So this person would do it, constantly, in and out, get a little bit, here and there, get a little bit that you wouldn't notice, and they was spending it, and now they left you broke because you trust too fast. I feel like you didn't need to. Okay, I'm picking up the energy that you didn't need to have to be over this person back, because this person has had a lot of stuff going for himself. You had a lot going for yourself, but this person was taking from your money. What this person was really, you were putting your money in the pot, but they wasn't putting as much as you thought they were putting in the pot. Okay, you were putting the whole amount of the pot for the bills. They were putting a little bit, so you really were paying all the bill, or they was deceiving you, making you think that they was doing this and they wasn't doing that. This is somebody that you could have been married to. Okay, you was up under the same roof or something, but y'all was definitely divine masculine. But this divine masculine was stealing from the pot, stealing from the pot. Okay, stealing from the pot. You gain clarity. Yeah, this somebody you have a lot of history. You took a leap of faith and let this person go. Yeah, you hit rock bottom. Look how all these cards came out. You hit rock bottom with this person. Look at that. You done recovered whoever you are. You took a leap of faith and started a new beginning somewhere else. This was somebody you hold a lot of history with. You could have kids with. You gain a lot of clarity. That this somebody you was in union with. Someone you broke bread with. Someone that you love. Someone that you decided to, and this person, it caused a lot of discrepancy in y'all's account, is what Spirit is telling me. Could have been some discrepancy somewhere this person, masculine or feminine, y'all take what resonates. Somebody did some discrepancy with the bank account, and they were stealing the money. Yeah, look at that, manipulation. Some of y'all closed this cycle out. You closed this cycle out. You're done with this person. You're divorced. It was a lesson to be learned. A lot of you done gained your money back. Some of y'all are with somebody new that is loving you. Yeah, some of y'all are in love again. Or if not, you're about to meet somebody. A true love is coming in with everything to give you. I feel like you lost. This person caused you to lose a lot. You lost a lot in this marriage, or with this ex whoever it is, ex-husband, ex-wife, ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend. You lost everything, but you're about to get it back. You're about to meet somebody that is going to show up in your life and going to love you the right way. You're going to get out. The Ten of Pentacles showed up. Okay, Ten of Pentacles showed up, or you're about to come into some money. You're about to come into some money. Look at that. You're about to come into some type of money, a love offering, money, long life partner, or some money, whatever they took from you. You don't close that cycle. Whatever the money that they drained you and took from you, you're about to get it all back. And you got somebody, so much love being showed to you. Ten of Pentacles, maybe you inheritance, maybe alimony. You about to get all she done to you, getting it back in court. Okay. Or this is true love coming towards you. True love, somebody's coming towards you that has the world and gonna give you the world. Yeah, I feel like this taught you a lot, changed your perspective in life. It was a loss. Yeah, somebody definitely drug you down the hill, okay, with financially, okay. This was a loss. Sometimes you have to change your perspective and look at, sometimes we must lose things in people to appreciate them and their value. Then other times we must lose to gain. Changing your perspective. Sometimes in life things become outdated and out of focus. This is prime time to look at your life. When I was saying check in with yourself, slow down, look at your life from a whole new perspective, that you know better. When you know better, you do better, right? Because number one, you gotta love yourself first in order to love anyone else. My God, I just said it and it just came out the other way around. In order to love someone else, you gotta be loved. You gotta love yourself. In order to be good for anyone else, you gotta be good to yourself. Period. No other question about it. Period. And I feel like some of y'all are still holding on to some regret. How could I have not seen this person this person literally just drained the bank account, just drug you all the way down. Okay. A lot of you have to start over and everything. You're doing good now. For some of y'all, this is past tense. For some of y'all going through this now, some of y'all this coming up in the future, that this is a lesson to be learned. It said we all regret about something in life. The lesson is learned. The lesson learned, the lessons to learn is not to dwell on it. What has happened has happened. Let it go. Let's move on. You know better now. But for some of you, it's definitely a challenge, okay? It says, are you up for this challenge? Just because things look hard or impossible doesn't mean they cannot be conquered or overcome. You got this. Whoever you are, you got this. You're going to get through this. Everything is going to be all right. Okay. We just learn, you just got to take out the trash and let people go and realize you can't trust everybody. Even when you think you can trust your husband or your wife, them the ones that's just causing all kind of discrepancies in your life, in your bank account, and you just wake up one day and find out you ain't got nothing, and then you got to start over. But it's time to get rid of the people and things that no longer serve you and hold you back from your true life purpose. Spirit guides, God said it's just time for you to take out the trash. And most of all, you have to realize in order for you to be better for someone, you got to be better to yourself. What spirit guides want you to know, Aries, is that you must be more observant. And I feel like what you went through in this marriage, or maybe this was somebody you thought was a friend, you thought whoever this was that you trusted, it's a lesson to be learned, right? You lost a lot. They caused you to lose a lot. And I feel like now you're more observant, more, you don't easily trust no more. You don't, the trust has to be earned. When you gave people, you just was in before, you really pretty much trust, you just gave everybody benefit of doubt. But now you realize that, everybody was deceiving you, and everybody had a part of the discrepancy in your life. I'm pausing thoughts and energy. In my readings, there are lessons, blessings, and confirmations. You just have to be vigilant, open-minded, and listen to the message. At the bottom of this deck is self-reflection. Looking inwards helps you see what to improve to make better choices. Awareness, being vigilant, okay? Be observant, watch around you. But most of all, live and we learn, right? Okay. You have learned a lot since then. You've done a lot of self-reflection, and that is beautiful. This person you was dealing with could have had you making peace, Spirit. If you haven't made peace, Spirit says it's time to make peace with this. Don't hold on to regret, because regret stops you and it causes a lot of bitter and anger. In the midst of adversity lies the path to self-discovery, profound, genuine, and risk. Making peace. What has happened. It's a lesson to learn. Don't keep beating yourself up, whoever you are. Okay? Don't keep beating yourself up. Thank you, Spirit. Some of you have to face some you're going through a transformation. Got to face some inner demons. Don't be afraid of darkness. There is a light nearby. Okay. Transform and integrate. Okay. Everything is going to be all right. You're going through a challenge right now. It's a lesson to be learned that you can't always fully give people your full trust with your life. And I feel like you gave this person trust with the bank account, with the life, with everything, because you trust. I mean, you should. I mean, if this was your husband or your significant other, they had just as much as you had, but they was chipping off of you. And the next thing you know, you find out that you broke. And they sitting over there done chiseled off of your stuff, whether they had an addiction or whatever was going on with this person. But y'all are a survivor. You're a survivor. You're strong. When everyone counted you out, you made it through because you're a survivor. When everybody thought that you wasn't gonna get up from the ashes, honey, look at you now. Some of you done created your 10 of Pentacles. Some of you done got your money back up and your cup is good. Okay, and also you found comfort at certain times in our lives. We all need to be comforted. Allow yourself to accept the comfort of others and learn positive ways to comfort yourself. Love yourself. Make sure you love yourself. Make sure you get your checkup, do all those things you're supposed to do. Be good for your children, be good for the people in your life, because you got people in your life that loves you, supports you. If you don't have nobody in your life, you got to love yourself, because that's how people respect you. When you love yourself, you ain't gonna allow nobody to mistreat you. And most of all, speak your truth. Never be afraid to speak your truth. Stand strong, shade the ground you walk on, and never back down from your own morals and beliefs. Until next time, Aries.